If you're looking to use AI to create your own virtual assistant, you've come to just the right place. I'm going to show you how to use OpenAI's developer platform to create an assistant using their latest flagship GPT-4o model. It'll enable you to do things like automatically generate system instructions, upload files like strata documents, land titles, or purchase contracts, which you can then interact with at lightning speed. Then we're going to use function calling, which enables models to fetch data and take actions. Let's go. Here we are in the developer platform. I'm going to assume that you've already created an account and added some credits because the platform is on a pay-as-you-go basis. So instead of paying $20 a month for something you might not use frequently, you pay for the number of input and output tokens that you use. So I'm going to create a new assistant. What I want this assistant to do is analyze strata documents. So I'm going to call this Strata Expert. Then I'm going to feed it some system instructions. If you see over on the right hand side, there's a star, and when you click on it, it opens a window and asks you what you would like the model to do. So since I want the model to read and analyze strata documents, that's what I'm going to put as a prompt. I've already written out a prompt for the individual sections in the strata document, such as a special levy forecast, rules and bylaws, financial information, as well as the minutes. So I'm going to copy this entire prompt and paste it in. This feature is unique to the developer platform, and what it is doing is generating very comprehensive system instructions that detail exactly what you expect out of the model. So it's come up with system instructions such as the steps that the assistant is going to go through, the format of the output, as well as some examples. So something that you would want to relate to your client would be like, what is a special levy that is coming up? What's in the current reserve fund balance? What are the repair and maintenance budgets? Next is the model selection. There is GPT-4o and GPT-4o Mini. I'm going to select GPT-4o Mini because it is a cost-efficient small model which is more than 60% cheaper than GPT 3.5 Turbo. It supports text and visions in the API, and there's strong performance in function calling, which can enable developers to build applications that fetch data or take actions with external systems. At the time of this video, GPT-4o Mini is 15 cents per million input tokens, which is roughly the equivalent of 2,500 pages in a standard book. Tokens can be thought of as pieces of words. Before the API processes your request, the input is broken down into tokens. Next, I'm going to select the file search tool. And what this is going to do is use retrieval augmented generation, or RAG for short, which is a technique that gives AI models information retrieval capabilities. It modifies interactions with large language models so that the model responds to user queries with a reference to a specific set of documents. I'm going to leave out uploading the file for now, but what I am going to do is create a vector store for those files to live in. Then I'm going to take that ID of the vector store and attach it to this assistant. Next, I want to create a function that will send an email with the results of the strata document review. So I will click on generate and instruct the model what I would like it to do. So almost instantaneously, the platform has created this JSON object which lists the exact properties that you would expect your function to take in so that it can send an email with the results of the strata document review, such as the to field, which is a string, the subject, the body of the email, as well as CC and BCC fields. So I'll go ahead and save that. Last but not least is the temperature. I'm going to take that down to 0.1 because I don't want the model to get too creative, as we are dealing with sensitive information that we want to be highly accurate and relevant. Now that we've created our assistant, we're going to head over to the playground and put this into action. Now that we've created our assistant, I'm going to attach a Strata document file, which can be anywhere from 200 to 300 plus pages. And this Strata document will contain all of the aspects of the individual strata, such as the meeting minutes, the depreciation report, the insurance summary, rules and bylaws. And if you're a real estate agent, you know how time consuming that can be when you're trying to sift through all these documents in order to extract all of the pertinent information that your client is looking for. So I'm going to attach that file and ask it general questions like, for instance, how much are the strata fees for unit 2701? So it's taken those strata documents and turned it into a vector representation. And when I'm asking it how much the strata fees are, it's finding it for that specific unit. And you could see that the total monthly fees for this unit are $294.47. I could also ask, let's say, how much the insurance deductibles are. So it's generated a response with the amounts for water, flood, and earthquake deductibles. And now you're starting to see how easy it is to extract information from a large document that you might not want to spend the time going through each page individually. Now that we have the assistant working, I want to access the API so I can use this assistant in my own application. So I'm going to head over to the dashboard and grab an API key. And then I'm going to put that key into my own application. Now that I've added the API key to my application, I can access all of the assistants that I create through the platform. So now I'm going to create a new thread, and you'll see the assistant that we just created called Strata Expert. I'm going to upload the Strata documents and ask it the same questions. Now what I want to do is send this information to my client. And if you recall earlier, we created a function call while creating the assistant with the name of the function, which is send email. In my own application, I created that function, which takes in specific arguments like to, subject, and the message body. And the assistant is going to run through the steps to decide whether it requires action to send the email. So I can ask the assistant to send the email. In the development logs, you can see the certain steps that the assistant is taking to determine whether or not we want to send an email. So if I hop on over to the email, you can see that it took all the information and sent it. Now that the assistant has sent the email and summarized the response, we have officially created an AI agent that can perform tasks. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you'd like to see more tutorials like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.